Hey guys, I'm PandaTang and this is another gun comparison. This is the pistol comparison, and for the purpose of this video I'll be showing clips of me using a pistol as a primary weapon. I did it this way because I felt that showing me trying to whip out my pistol when I'm about to die would not show the full efficiency of the weapon. As always, I would advise people to only use pistols as a secondary weapon and only use it when you need to. I would not recommend using it as a primary weapon, but only for this purpose of this video I'll be using it as a primary weapon. Anyway, let's get started. First up is the M9 pistol. First off, this is the patched version of the M9 pistol. I believe the damage and the range of the M9 pistol has been increased to make it more desirable as a secondary weapon. Anyway, back to the weapon. The M9 pistol is a strong gun in damage, with decent fire rate and good reload speeds. The gun also has low recoil and is excellent for hip firing close targets. The weapon also has a decent magazine size, with the amount of bullets of 12. For me, this was enough to kill 2 targets at the same time, and as a backup secondary weapon this is very reliable. In terms of killing people in distances such as long range, short range, the M9 pistol proves to be reliable, as I found in long range where weapon damage is decreased, the damage is not particularly affected that much and still does great damage. Overall, the M9 pistol is a great secondary weapon, because if you're about to die and you don't have any ammo in your primary weapon, the M9 pistol will finish your job for you, with its decent fire rate, good damage and low recoil. As a backup weapon, when you run out of ammo, this M9 pistol will still net you kills during combat alone, until you get your primary weapon back. Also, don't feel afraid to use this weapon at all distances, as I found that this weapon is capable of killing targets at long range and short range. Next up is the MP443 Grach. Just to let you know, this weapon has also been patched with higher damage and better range. Anyway, back to the weapon. The Grach, compared to the M9 pistol, is slightly weaker in damage but has a faster fire rate. I believe the Grach has the same reload rate as the M9 pistol and also has the same low recoil. The magazine size on this weapon is huge, with the amount of bullets of 17. For long range I would not advise using this weapon due to the damage decrease it has, making it a low damage weapon at long range. However, this gun is capable of killing 2 targets at the same time at close range, and hip firing on this weapon is fine. Overall, the Grach is a great weapon to use. It is quite similar to the M9 pistol. However, due to the lower damage, it relies on how quick you can tap your finger on the trigger. Thankfully, the fire rate is quicker, so this allows you to shoot quicker depending on how quick you can tap. The Grach is a reliable secondary weapon, but don't expect to kill every target at long range. Next up is the World War II M1911. This weapon has also been patched because it was seen as an overpowered pistol. This weapon pre-patch had high damage rate and a decent fire rate, making it a capable primary weapon. And with the patch, the damage has been nerfed. For me, the M1 pistol feels a lot weaker in comparison to the M9. However, apparently the M1 still has high damage compared to the M9. The M1 has the second slowest fire rate, along with high recoil. Due to me using this weapon as a primary, I found that this weapon takes 5 shots to kill someone now, compared to the pre-patch version where it took 2 to 3. This is why I believe it is weaker in comparison to the M9. And it doesn't help that this pistol only has 7 bullets. So really, to me, this is only capable of killing 1 target if you're planning to use it as a backup secondary. Overall, the gun does feel weaker in comparison to its pre-patch version, though I feel they have nerfed it a bit too much. If anything, they should boost up the fire rate a bit more, to compensate the amount of bullets in the gun. However, the M1911 still proves to be a reliable weapon, but only if you need to use it as a backup. So this being if you need to quick switch it in case you're in combat to finish the job. And at long range, this weapon does the same amount of damage as the M9 when it is at close range. Next up is the MP412 Rex. The Rex, in comparison with the other pistols, is the highest damage weapon, but has the slowest fire rate and pretty much has 3 times the recoil of the World War II pistol. The pistol has a reasonable sized magazine, which has the amount of 6 bullets and is capable of killing a single target with just 2 bullets, and possibly be able to kill 3 targets and definitely be able to kill 2 targets at the same time. So this basically tells us that this weapon can be used as a primary weapon. Hip firing is fine on it. You'll be able to hit targets at close range and medium range. And as for shooting at long range with this weapon, with the aim sight, this gun is fine to use. There's no problems with it. The damage decrease isn't that much, so you wouldn't find yourself shooting that much more bullets to kill someone. Maybe an extra bullet, and that's about it. Overall, the MP412 Rex is a great gun to use. It's very reliable, as it has great damage which isn't really affected by the fire rate. As mentioned before, this gun is very capable of being a primary weapon, and for using it during combat when you need to kill someone off, this gun will definitely finish the job. And this should only require 1 bullet, whereas the other guns, they would require a few bullets to kill someone off. The only complaint is that it has the highest recoil, but this is understandable as it is the strongest weapon in the pistol category. So good luck trying to kill someone long range with this weapon due to the recoil. But if you know how to use this weapon, then you'll be fine trying to shoot at any distance really. Next up is the M93R Burst. The M93R Burst has the lowest damage out of all the pistols, but has 3 times the fire rate of the M9 pistol. So this pretty much means that it can be fully automatic if you're quick with the trigger. It has the same reload rate as the M9, but has slightly more recoil compared to the M9, but has less recoil compared to the M1911. It has the highest magazine size compared to the other pistols. This is to compensate the fast fire rate and the low damage. However, compared to the other pistols as a standalone weapon, you'll find it difficult to kill a single target. So this weapon, you'll find that it's not very reliable, because if you find yourself in a situation with no ammo in your primary weapon, this weapon is a bit too risky to use, as it's a game of trying to kill someone with every single bullet due to the low damage that it has. And this pretty much means that at long range this weapon is not recommended, as even shooting at close range it is not very reliable. Overall the gun is okay, as I feel that compared to the other pistols it's not on par with them. So this weapon could at least do with a bit more damage increase, because even during combat this weapon can be quite difficult to kill with. Because if you think you can finish someone off, then think again. And my most recommended weapon would have to be the MP443 Grach. This is due to the good damage rate and a fast fire rate that plays well with how quick you press the trigger. Personally, I prefer a weapon that has a fast fire rate with decent damage, but a good alternative if you prefer damage over fire rate would have to be the MP412 Rex, because in every situation you'll find that it is pretty much dominant. Even if the fire rate is the slowest on this weapon, it pretty much doesn't affect this weapon. So if you like a faster fire rate, go for the Grach, but remember you have to be quick with the trigger. But if you like high damage and aren't too bothered about fire rate, then go for the MP412 Rex, because I'm sure none of these weapons will let you down. Anyway, this is the end of the comparison. I hope you guys learned a thing or two. Please like, comment and subscribe.